Inman and 1000-Watt dropped a special report last week titled What Real Estate Brokers and Agents Want from Lenders. Oh shoot, well then I had to click on this, right? This has to be some pretty good stuff. It's Inman after all. Their stuff's typically pretty good and on point. Well, this time, not so much. And it pains me to say this because, as I said in our National Real Estate Post interview last week, we at the RE Source don't sell sunshine and rainbows. Yes, we are optimistic, but we are also real. So let's get real and dive into this special study, shall we? One of the first bullet points you'll come across is this. Real estate brokerage executives and agents work with a variety of lender partners, with mortgage brokers being the preferred choice, 47%, followed closely by banks, 31%, and non-bank lenders, 22%. Now that actually surprised me a little bit. Not that one is better than the other, but I have a really hard time believing that stat, especially when you consider this takeaway from the report. Ranking closely behind mortgage brokers were banks, which 31% of respondents favored as a lender partner. Banks have the ability to close faster, one respondent said, while another said banks have many more options on financing. Okay, I'm gonna try and be nice and not alienate our bank friends, but come on, let's be honest. Banks have the ability to close faster? Who said that? Like Mr. Chase himself? Come on, you have to either be living under a rock or completely delusional to think that's true right now. Even bank loan officers will refer clients to either mortgage lenders or brokers right now because they know their process is so badly broken. And really, banks have more options than who? The hard money guy down at the auction? Come on, guys, really?
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Inman, I love you guys and I use your stuff all the time, and I won't even discount the fact that some random agent said these things. Granted, you probably only closed one deal in the last 12 months, but to print these findings as actual findings in your report, that's something else. It honestly made me discount the rest of the findings because I know that everything else was so untrue. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not. I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter below. What do you guys think? Realtors, I'm going to be calling on you today to chime in below and let us know if you agree or disagree with these findings. Second point that sticks out to me is this graph. In selecting a mortgage partner, real estate professionals first weigh whether the partnership is a good cultural fit. Next, they are drawn to the depth of products offered by that partner. Other lower ranked considerations include emphasis on regulatory compliance and pricing. Now, cultural fit is very important, but you missed one major aspect of the realtor-lender relationship. If you can't perform, it doesn't matter how good of a fit you are, or what your pricing looks like, or what your products are, or how compliant you are. Realtors who win in this industry have their relationships down and they are strong. They know the value of a good, solid relationship, and I promise you, warm and fuzzies are nice, but they put fulfillment first, as they should be. They're handing over a client that is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they need to know that their lending partner can perform, period. If that partner happens to be a cool guy or gal, great bonus. But the $100 million producers have good, strong relationships predicated on success for everyone. They do not take chances with their clients. Now, there is some good stuff in here concerning marketing. We won't spend a ton of time here, but an interesting takeaway was this. Real estate brokers with in-house lenders indicated satisfaction with their lenders' marketing efforts, as well as technology and other training offered by these partners. Conversely, these brokers said they do not find print or email marketing efforts from in-house lenders to be very effective marketing tools. Again, I tend to take this with a grain of salt, being that their other findings were so off in my opinion, but I'd be interested to hear your guys' thoughts on the matter. What is the most effective lender marketing in your opinion? Inman makes an interesting statement on MSAs and JVs though. It will come as a surprise to no one that real estate brokers ranked marketing service agreements, MSAs, affiliated business arrangements, ABAs, and joint ventures as their greatest source of RESPA compliance stress. These relationships are under the regulatory microscope now more than ever, and no one wants to end up a casualty of the CFPB's investigations. Now that's very true. And I'm not saying that you should run away from an MSA or a JV, but be cognizant and aware of the regulatory oversight. It's a very hot topic right now, and the CFPB has recently dropped the hammer on this very subject. Be mindful and respectful of the CFPB if you're in one of these relationships. Inman does quote the Lighthouse case in their findings, which seems to be the poster child for improper MSAs and JV relationships. Now, there's several other takeaways from this special report, but we can't get to them all. We will post the report down below if you'd like to read it for yourself. One thing that may have skewed the numbers on this report is 74% of the respondents were real estate agents and 26% were identified as brokers. The big thing that I believe skewed the numbers were 60% of the respondents are identified as independent and unaffiliated. Only 40% of the folks that took the survey were attached to the top firms such as Keller Williams, Remax, Century 21, Coldwell, or Better Homes. That's where I think this thing went sideways. Had they hit up the top firms and their top producers, I'm confident these findings would have been different and more accurate for that matter. Hey Inman, I love you guys, and yes, I am challenging your findings, but feel free to push back though. I'm always up for a good debate. Our Resource Nation, what do you guys have to say about these findings? Are they accurate? How would you respond to these same questions? Let your voice be heard down below, and we will see you next week.